Hi everyone, so if you watched my first video you will know that last year I had an ectopic pregnancy. That was caused because there was a tiny nodule stuck in my fallopian tube which prevented the egg from getting past. When that was removed, nobody could determine what it was, so it was sent around the country to see all these specialists, and it came back as something called mesothelioma. But then two other specialists dismissed that theory because I think they'd said you can't just make that assumption going off this one nodule. So the plan was for me to have CT scans every 6 months for 2 years, and if nothing else showed up, we could just dismiss what it was. It'd never come back, and just see it as a one-off thing. Anyway, my last CT scan showed another 7mm nodule. That was removed via a laparoscopy, just a simple keyhole surgery. And the other week I was diagnosed with peritoneal mesothelioma. You can have benign peritoneal mesothelioma, but unfortunately mine's malignant and it's incurable, which is a bit of a bummer because I just was not expecting this at all. I had a CT scan earlier on in the year and that showed nothing, so I just presumed that this one would, and it hasn't. Anyway, so this is Google's description of peritoneal mesothelioma. Peritoneal mesothelioma is a form of cancer that affects the lining of the abdomen, the peritoneum. It is caused by the ingestion of asbestosis fibres, which if you do Google mesothelioma, it always comes back asbestosis. Usually when you get peritoneal mesothelioma, you've got it because you've inhaled asbestos, it's got into your lungs, and then over time it moves to your peritoneum, your abdomen, and then that's when it's secondary. My scans have shown that my lungs are fine, so it can't possibly come from asbestosis, which is very strange. So I keep hearing I'm this unique case. How have I managed to get peritoneal mesothelioma? You can tell I've said this word many times. How have I managed to get that in my abdomen from nowhere? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. I'm still waiting to hear from the peritoneal experts, which is a 5-hour journey away from where I live, to determine what treatment I should have. Usually when this has been detected, it has been too late because there's no signs and symptoms of it, and the outcome's not always great. But mine was caught completely by chance because it caused me to have an ectopic pregnancy. And when they say that it's too late when it's usually caught, it's because by the time it starts giving you signs and symptoms, you've had it for 20 to 30 years, and I'm only 30, so nobody knows where it's come from. I mean, I was born in 1988. I'm not saying there was no asbestos around, but I haven't been anywhere near asbestos. I don't live in, a city where I could have been exposed to it. Not enough for this to happen anyway, so I'm a bit of a mystery at the minute, and it's kind of taken over my life because I've just managed to get my head around the fact that I've had breast cancer and I've come out all right from that, thankfully, and now I've got this. And nobody seems to know anything about this. So many unknown questions, answers. So I don't know. It's tiring. It's very, very tiring at the minute because I'm constantly thinking about it. I'm trying not to let it get me down, and so far I think I've managed all right. I haven't had any meltdowns. I feel like I'm literally an eye twitch away from a blooming breakdown after all this. But I'm doing all right. But I am a mystery. Having peritoneal mesothelioma is not uncommon, but to have it how I have is, so I keep being told by medical people. So that's how things are going at the minute. I shall update you when I know more, but as it stands I'm not too sure, and my husband and I really want to have another baby, and right now we don't know where we stand with that. We haven't been told that we shouldn't, and I don't legally think they can say that, but they haven't really said anything, so we don't know. So wish me luck, guys, and I'll update you soon.